Yo, what is up? You are watching an Ace Tanker game in progress, and this Ace Tanker game is coming from my clanmate Karya Noobs. Shout out to him for supplying this video. This is his first game in this tank, and he's gonna show you this EBR Panhard 75, first ever wheel tank in this game. What is special about this game? Well, you hit the X and immediately you get into speed mode, which takes you up to 80 kilometers an hour top speed. However, the mobility of the tank is slightly reduced when you are in the speed mode. If you hit the X again and go back into normal mode, you have a little bit more mobility, a better turning radius, but your top speed will be limited to 60 kilometers an hour. Now, what's up with this tank, man? This tank is like a truck with nitrous oxide. Look at how difficult it is to turn. It's really hard to control this tank, and unfortunately he did not make it up to the ramp in Cliff, and he got himself spotted. Guys gonna be taking pot shots at him right now if they can, because this tank has 0 armor. It does 175 damage per shot, and it has a 2-clip magazine. Now this 2-clip magazine shoots every 1.5 seconds, and it has a 180 penetration. And here we go. You're watching the boost right now that's going on. How do you make the boost happen? Well, I'm going to explain it to you very easily. You basically hold down the space bar, which is the brakes, and then hit the W, and you hold those 2 keys down at the same time, and you're going to see that little meter boost up like a nitrous oxide charging. You know, this is like Need for Speed. Charge up, boost. The boost is ready. Release the spacebar, and off you go. And you can actually make it up the side of Cliff from this side, which is impossible on any other tank. Maybe back in the pre 1.0 days, you could do it with the light tanks, you could do it with the Bat Chat, but not anymore. But now you can do it again with this EBR Panhard. So that's the interesting thing about this tank. Now, once again, the penetration on the APCR, which is the standard shells. Standard shells APCR, 175 damage, 180 penetration. But if you load the heats, the heat shells are 220 penetration. Still not very high penetration, but for a light tank, it's really great. Now this tank, the gun is really good about this tank, by the way. Dispersion is 0.34. And it also has dispersion on the move. It's like 0.06, and while it's reversing, 0.06. So you can just right click, lock on, and fire away. And also you don't really need to lock on, like the mechanics of the lock on targeting. The auto aim mechanics are slightly different on this tank, because you can actually auto aim from like behind cover. Like when the enemy tank is behind cover, you can still lock on into them. But I'm not very familiar with that mechanic, to be honest with you, because I tried it myself and it worked sometimes and it didn't work sometimes. Maybe I don't know how to use it well, I'm not sure, or maybe there's some bug, something, or maybe they haven't ironed it out yet. I'm not sure as well. But like the title says in this video, I have 10 codes to give away. These 10 codes are 7-day rentals for the Asia region. So how are you going to get one of these for yourselves for 7 days? All you need to do is leave a comment in the comment section of this video. Tell me your in-game name, your IGN, and what server you are playing on. Remember, these codes can only go out to Asia region players, and I will directly contact you and send you those codes. I have 10 of these, so make sure you leave a comment real soon, and I will be in touch with you ASAP. Hopefully by tomorrow, so that you have this tank you'll be able to play this tank on the weekends. Now I'm going to draw out the lucky 10 people on Thursday 8 p.m. or Thursday 11:59 p.m. something like that. Between those times I'm going to decide. It depends on how many comments I have. Maybe I have 5 comments, all 5 of you will have it. I don't know. But if I have 30 people if I have 30 people comments, for example, I'm gonna have to do some kind of like the RNG generator, something like that, and I'm gonna use one of those to pick out the 10 the 10 comments, the 10 lucky guys that will get 7 days of rental for this. Now, if you're not one of those lucky guys that get one of these tanks, I have other prizes for you. Maybe a 500 gold code with 3 days of premium time. So if you're not quick enough to get one of these tanks, hey, maybe you'll get one of those 500 gold 3-day premium day codes. Okay, so leave a comment, give me your IGN, and give me your server that you play on, and I will try to get you those codes ASAP. Now, what are we up to now? We're up to a lot of damage for Karya, and he's not done a lot of spotting, but I'll be honest with you, this tank is absolutely trash at spotting, because even when you are running vents, BIA crew, and coffee, which is what I'm doing, you're only getting around 394 something view range, 394 view range. It's not really good at all. You get outspotted all the time. Now you can see here he got shot by the Scorpion and he taken some damage on the wheel, and it gets repaired over time, but you can't really track this tank when you shoot one of those wheels. To completely immobilize it, you need to shoot like 3-4 wheels before it is completely immobilized. It can still keep going even if you take out one of those wheels. However, the speed and the mobility is of course severely hampered. You can't go as fast as you normally go, and this thing is like, it's like driving a truck with nitrous outside. This thing is very cumbersome, difficult to maneuver, turn around. If you noticed in this video, he was like banging the lighthouse and hitting stuff, hitting rocks. It's really difficult to control this tank, to be honest with you, and that is because it is not tracks. You can't turn on the spot. You need momentum to go forward and reverse. And now he's on the boost, he's on the speed mode, and you do that by activating the X button. You hit the X button and you move from speed mode to mobility mode. So now you can see he's in the speed mode as indicated by the bright yellow light with the 2 arrows on the speedometer. That means he's in the speed mode and it takes him to 80 kilometers an hour. Now he's hit the X again to go back into normal mode, and you see that bright light is gone. Now he has increased mobility. He can turn on a dime. He can easily circle any kind of tank. He can even circle light tanks if he wanted to, because that's how fast this tank is. And he's going to easily farm this Scorpion G, because as you know, Scorpion G takes a while to aim down your shots. If you're looking left and right, it's really difficult to snapshot. And basically he's going to get this Scorpion G for free. And he's already up to 3000 damage, I guess. And now he's got the boosters on. He hit the W and the spacebar together, released the spacebar, and immediately takes him up to 80 kilometers an hour top speed. He's auto aimed on that SU-101 and finishes him off. Thankfully he had 2 in the clip, and now he's just going to proxy spot these 2 tank destroyers. They're going to try and go after him, but the teammates at the back, they're on the ridge in the middle of the map, and these guys are just going to get instantly vaporized. And it looks like he's going to use his boost again to get up onto this ridge. Here we go. Hit the spacebar, hit the W, boosters on, boom, and up you go. And he's climbed up, but he's got spotted, so he's going to drop down. I think there is another TD, and SU-130PM, which does 560 damage, 520 damage. You don't want to be around the SU-130PM. You need to be really careful. He's back on the speed mode, and he's going to rush down and see if he can bounce the 130PM. Looks like the 130PM has already shot and is reloading or something. No, that was the STRV. So look at him. He's a real pro player. He's actually loaded the HE shells to go for the STRV in the back, so he does more than 175 damage per shot, over 200. And he's got the HE shells again, and he is charging down the 130 PM. The first shot didn't connect. It was really bad. The second shot got over 200 plus damage, but he's reloading again. A really quick reload time of under 10 seconds for the entire clip, and that was over 200 plus damage into the back of the SU 130 PM. That was GG for this guy. Check it out. Over 3,000 damage of his first game, and ace tanker. That's 4,000 plus damage, 1,500 XP. What an amazing game for a first game. And that's what's going to happen when you got this tank in capable hands. These guys are going to do really good damage. Hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, message me. Remember to comment below your IGN and your server region, and I will get in touch with you with some codes. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Bye bye.